The beauty of Netflix is that the streaming service has a wealth of genre options at your disposal. If you want to get your action fix on, you are free to do so. If you're in the mood for a comedy, thriller, or straight up horror movie, they've got those as well. But sometimes it's hard to beat a genuinely great drama. And boy, Netflix does have a wealth of options in this particular genre. To help whittle down your choices, Cinematic have gone ahead and curated a list of the very best dramas on Netflix right now, which run the gamut from period pieces to relationship dramas to little scene gems. There are movies from big, well-known filmmakers on this list, and there are also films from up-and-comers that are absolutely worth checking out. Welcome to Cinematic. Here we present to you the best drama movies on Netflix right now. Before I start, I request you to subscribe to my channel, like and share my video, and stay tuned for more such amazing upcoming recommendations. Also, follow my page on Instagram @cinematic3. So the first one on this list, The Firm.
Everything depends on billing. How many hours you spend even thinking about a client. I don't care if you're stuck in traffic or shaving or sitting on a park bench. Now, my particular field...
It's forming limited partnerships or offshore corporations, mainly in the Cayman Islands.
Good.
It feels like a throwback in the best way. If you have a hankering for a 90s legal thriller, you absolutely can't go wrong with this John Grisham adaptation. Next, Zodiac.
This suspect is not your Zodiac.
This sample matches the canceled checks in the application.
Mm-hmm, perfectly.
So we've just retested the left hand. I mean, we know he's ambidextrous.
In 38 years, I've never seen anyone that ambidextrous. Both hands would have commonalities. I'm sorry.
Buoyed by the terrified performances from the likes of Mark Ruffalo, Robert Downey Jr., and Anthony Edwards, as well as Fincher's knack for details, Zodiac is a perfect match of a visionary director and hard-to-condense material. The next one is The Silence of the Lambs.
That expires in 1 week. You're not real FBI, are you?
I'm still in training at the academy.
Jack Crawford sent a trainee to me.
Yes, I'm a student.
What ensues is a thrilling, haunting cat-and-mouse game captured in intimate fashion by director Jonathan Demme and backed by a terrifying Howard Shore score. This one will send shivers down your spine. Next, The Florida Project.
Happens again, you're out of here. It's only second week of the summer and there's already been a dead fish in the pool.
We were doing an experiment. We were trying to get it back alive. That wasn't my idea.
Like Boyhood, this story feels at once individualistic and universal, and Sean Baker's docudrama-like filmmaking makes the events feel all too real. This is an essential watch. Next, Molly's Game.
You didn't have pocket kings?
I didn't have any kings, except the one in the middle.
You had 2 pair?
I had 1 pair. The 9s in the middle. Thank you.
It goes to some dark places in its later half, so it's definitely a drama. But in true Sorkin mold, it's a wildly entertaining ride. Next, Private Life. Private Life is remarkable for a multitude of reasons, but it demands to be seen for Han's remarkable performance. Now next, There Will Be Blood.
So say it now. I am a sinner. I'm a sinner. Say it louder. I am a sinner.
I am a sinner.
Louder, Daniel. I am a sinner.
I am a sinner.
I am sorry, Lord.
I am sorry, Lord.
I want the blood.
I want the blood.
You have abandoned your child.
I've abandoned my child.
Paul Thomas Anderson is one of the best filmmakers in history, and Daniel Day-Lewis is one of the best actors in the history, and the duo's first ever collaboration resulted in one of the best films ever made. Next, Marriage Story.
Secondly, how dare you compare my mothering to my mother? I may be like my father, but I am not like my mother.
You are! And you're like my father. You're also like my mother. You're all the bad things about all of these people.
Anchored by excellent performances from the entire cast, Marriage Story may put you through the ringer, but you'll feel grateful for the experience and the time spent with these characters. And now next, The Social Network.
$1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool?
You? $1 billion.
The Oscar-winning score by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross is an all-timer. The performances are phenomenal, the script is perfect, and the direction is absolutely masterful. Watch this movie. Next, Moonlight.
Hey, let your head rest in my hand. Relax. I got you, I promise. I'm not gonna let you go. Hey, man, I got you. There you go. 10 seconds. And that right there, you're in the middle of the world, man.
This is a phenomenal achievement from start to finish, and an incredibly moving story that is ultimately universal in nature. Next, The Irishman.
Traffic. I never waited for anyone who was late more than 10 minutes in my life.
I'd say 15. 15's right.
No, 10.
Don't be daunted by the 3.5-hour runtime on The Irishman. Martin Scorsese's epic about the life of a teamster and hitman Frank Sheeran flies by as it moves from entertaining mob story to a powerful mediation on life, age, and regret. Next, High Flying Bird.
Change your plans.
What are you doing, man? This is my career. Always dreamed of playing in the league.
Did you? Is that what you dreamt of when you were on the court with Spence? Because he said he was always having to dig you out of some girl's room away from some hangout.
I was a kid, fam.
What do you get when you combine Oscar-winning Moonlight co-writer Tarell Alvin McCraney with a genius filmmaker Steven Soderbergh and an A-list cast? A must-see movie. Next, The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Whatever, faggot.
What did you just call me? He's called you a faggot.
I know this sounds like a million other teen movies out there, but trust me, this is a good one. It doesn't talk down to its characters, nor does it offer some adult's version of what a teen is like. Next, Steve Jobs.
You can't write code. You're not an engineer. You're not a designer. So how come 10 times in a day, I read Steve Jobs as a genius? What do you do?
I play the orchestra. And you're a good musician. You sit right there. You're the best in your row.
Don't let the ubiquity of its subject fool you. This is a masterful twist on the biopic genre from Aeon Sorkin, with deft work from Danny Boyle and downright phenomenal performances from the entire cast. Next, Roma. Effective on any sized screen, Roma is Netflix's best original film to date. Next, The Master. It is absolutely not a film for everyone, but if you're into cerebral, meticulously crafted dramas that are thematically driven and leave much open to interpretation, give it a whirl. Next, Chappaquiddick.
Teddy, if they find that your negligence contributed to this girl's death, that's involuntary manslaughter.
And if there's even a whisper that you're not as clean as Mother Teresa, you will be charged.
While the truth remains shrouded in mystery, Chappaquiddick feels deeply honest and fair to the subject matter and people involved, and it's a fascinating chronicle of not just the incident, but the power and influence of Kennedy patriarch Joe Kennedy. Next, Mudbound. It's an absolute masterpiece, and while it may not be a Netflix film that's perfect for relaxing, it's the one that you will be grateful that you experienced. Next, The Theory of Everything.
Hello.
Hello.
Science.
Art.
I study the marriage of space and time.
The Stephen Hawking biopic The Theory of Everything is fairly straightforward and doesn't exactly break the mold, but that's not always a bad thing. Next, 22nd July.
Welcome everyone. We're going to do an exercise called If I Were Prime Minister. Viljar, can you start?
Yeah, sure. Okay, where I come from? Everyone is welcome, regardless of nationality.
And if I was Prime Minister, that's what I'd stand for.
The story is one of finding hope and courage in the face of absolute evil, and holds renewed relevance for 2018 as far-right groups are on the rise with dangerous messages. This is a harrowing, emotional, and a necessary film. Keep coming for more. We are never out of best recommendations and reviews to help you out. Also, don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell icon for the latest updates from Cinematic.